Hey, this is Chris with AI Recruiter, the world's fastest and most profitable recruiting system. So let me start by saying, I know that is a crazy claim, but if you stick with me for the next few minutes, I'm going to give you a guided tour of this website and show you the nitty-gritty details of how we can make such a claim and the results from other business owners that we've gotten in the past. So let's dive in. Here's a few of the high-level details right from the start. Finds high-quality employees at a fraction of the normal cost. Automates 95% of the recruiting process. It provides the luxury of firing bad employees when they actually deserve it. And it allows you to capitalize on large tax credits for new hires. People that you're probably already hiring right now, but just missing out on this huge tax credit. So this is perfect for contractors, restaurant owners, manufacturers, businesses who have a consistent need to hire new high quality employees, but don't have the time or expertise to actually do it. Because if you have been recruiting or in business for any length of time, you already know that online recruiting is a nightmare. Prior to 2020, things weren't quite so bad. It was pretty easy and basic. But now, because of everything, all the changes, things are just a mess. And what we have done here is taken our proven system, recruiting for small businesses, and put it into a software that automates 95% of the process. And this is an opportunity to truly change your business forever. So let's dive in. AI Recruiter solves the three biggest recruiting problems facing small business owners. Number one, and that's not having an ultra competitive job description that attracts the right candidates. Now, the law of attraction is such a big deal, and a lot of business owners have no idea how to do that when it comes to a job description, but we solve that problem. Number two, not knowing which recruiting platform to use or how to use it the right way so that you don't get slammed with surprise charges only to get zero results. Now, prior to working with us, we've had lots of clients say that that's exactly what's happened. They've been on Indeed, they've been on ZipRecruiter, they've been on Monster, they've been on Craigslist, they've been on all of them. They've spent hundreds or even thousands of dollars only to get nothing to show for it except extreme frustration. So we solved that problem. Number three, we're also not having a highly efficient interview process to follow or the time to actually do it. Now, having a system to follow when it comes to recruiting is critical, because there's so many different follow-ups that are required. Timing is very crucial. And if you don't have a system to follow or a computer system doing it for you, then you're missing out on lots of good candidates. And so we've solved that problem. Okay, so before we get further, let me just ask you, can you imagine what it would be like to be fully staffed with people that you trust? Now, I've been in the trenches for years with small business owners, so I already know how important that is. So the reason I want you just to pause for a second is because a lot of our clients come to us literally with PTSD when it comes to employees and recruiting. So what I'd like you to do is just take a break. Just take off your skeptical goggles, right? Like you've had trauma with employees. You've had trauma with recruiting systems. So I want you just to imagine for just a moment what it would be like if you had a system that allowed you to become fully staffed with people that you trust. That's what we're talking about here. So let me introduce myself real quick. Let me start by minimizing myself here. Okay. So my name is Chris Bushart, and in 2010, I won Recruiter of the Year for the Navy Recruiting District, Michigan. There was 180 other people, and I won. It really set the tone for everything else I've done. So since my time in the Navy, I've committed my career to helping small business owners manage and grow their businesses through insurance, advertising, and recruiting systems. And through these three industries, I've seen the biggest returns happen because of one thing, and that is the ability to find high quality employees on demand. And having the right employees not only helps to grow sales, but it gives the business owner a peace of mind and sense of control that just cannot be matched. So this all started back in November 2022 with the introduction of ChatGPT, which started a giant shift in our world. And if you don't know what ChatGPT is, it's an AI interface that allows everyday people to use AI, and it's incredible. It's changing our world rapidly every single minute of the day. And so this new technology enabled us to take our highly effective but time intensive recruiting system and put it into a streamlined AI powered software that has the potential to pay for itself many times over with increased revenue by having the right employees, the tax credit integration, and the peace of mind it gives business owners. It's truly exceptional what this thing is doing for people. So what is AI Recruiter? Well, let's talk about the details. So it gives you the ability to post to 25,000 different job boards with a single click. It automates all your text and email follow-ups with candidates. It gives you a paperless onboarding system. It allows you to get up to $9,600 per year in tax credits for hiring people like veterans, other things are like ex-felons, food stamp recipients, unemployment benefits. I mean, you can look at these categories right here on the right, and you can see how there's potentially tens of thousands of dollars a year for people you're already hiring. It automates the interview scheduling system right here. As you can see, this is a message we got when somebody's scheduling an interview. And this is the opportunity to truly take your company to the next level by installing a cutting-edge recruiting and onboarding system within a few days. And this is going to provide you the luxury to fire bad employees when they deserve it. And I say that because if you're like most business owners I've known, you have at least one person in your organization that is driving you absolutely nuts. And if it's not one, it's probably closer to like 5 or maybe even 50% of your staff. Because if you don't have the power to find good people when bad people deserve to be fired, then you get stuck with them. And when you have bad people in your company, unfortunately, your business is rotting from the inside. And until you're able to cut out that cancer, then it's really hard to move forward. So we are offering you the ability to do that. Okay, so next I'm going to just have you listen to this quick video from some of our previous clients who are discussing the transformation they experienced with our system. These results are truly remarkable.
What was the problem you had prior to hiring us?
Well, the problem was we were having a difficult time finding people.
You know, before it was just kind of me posting on Craigslist or Indeed, and, you know, every single applicant that was coming in was so important to us. I was putting so much weight on it and hoping they would work out.
And so when you told me that this is something that you offer, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't believe you. But that's not why I truly hired you.
But we've definitely gotten a better quality type of employee.
And what we have now is really more of a recruiting system.
If you hadn't hired us, where do you think your company would be right now?
Oh, there's no doubt we'd still be struggling.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no question. We did not have the answer. That was obvious.
Right.
I'm looking at doubling this company in 3 years. And the way I'm going to do it is with your system.
When you came in and helped us with this process, it definitely made a difference. We actually had enough staff where we actually caught up. All of a sudden, I found extra time for stuff because we had enough people to get, you know, all of our jobs completed. Anytime you're in business and you have to hire people, your business is only as good as your people. If you don't have good employees, you just don't have good business.
The vision and the goals are coming true.
Probably the biggest result is we now have a system to follow.
So I hope you enjoyed that video and that it gives you hope, because the reality is there is no labor shortage. The good people that you need are out there. The difference is having the right system, as our clients have just said to you. So, you know, we've been helping business owners from across the country since 2019. And examples of typical positions we filled are crew member, laborer, cook, admin assistant, front desk, bookkeeper, installer, mechanic, truck driver, quality engineer, machine operator, assembler, supervisor, sales rep, sales manager, office manager, general manager, operations manager. I mean, literally, these are examples that are just scratching the surface, because our position description creation AI technology, you will be able to recruit for any position that you need. So here's how it works. Like I said, it's a software service. Which allows you to apply to post to 25,000 different job boards in a single click. You automate your text and email follow-ups so that you don't miss out on quality applicants because you're too busy running the business. And it also gives you a paperless onboarding system to streamline your entire process. There's no need to deal with the paperwork shuffle nightmare and missing signatures and missing documents. All we have to do is just have either you or your office manager or your bookkeeper jump in the system once a week and export the new hire documentation, and you're done. It's absolutely a breeze. So furthermore, it allows you to manage all your recruiting from a single dashboard, even if you have multiple locations. As you can see here, there's 4 locations. It automates the follow-ups. As you can see here, we have the emails going out. We have text messages going out. Here's all the applicants and everything from a single screen. It automates your interview scheduling around your availability. So all we do is build in your availability into the system, and then the applicants schedule times that work for them. There's no more going back and forth, wasting hours and days trying to find the right spot. They do it automatically, and then you get notified. Gives you a digital onboarding process like we talked about. As you can see here, here's your direct deposit forms, your I-9, your W-4. We can load whatever forms you need in here and custom build forms so that your onboarding system is completely digital and easy. And we also have native integrations with Paychex, ADP, Workforce Now to make your payroll simpler. And then your WOTC tax credits. So this is literally the ability to turn your recruiting system from an expense line into a profit line with a little known tax credit system called WOTC. And we've already talked about this right here. You can see up to, from 2,400 to 9,600 just for a veteran, and all these other, categories like food stamp, unemployment, Social Security recipient, ex-felon. And here's some of the nitty-gritty details. Minimum 120 hours to qualify, 400 hours to fully realize the full value. Here's the IRS website, so you can see this is legit. Explains the whole kit and caboodle, and it's really not that difficult. The one form that we need IRS to have, it's automatically built in so that you are just you or your bookkeeper sending it where it needs to go. So, and then again, your dashboard is going to show you who is qualified for WOTC and who is not. As you can see right here, qualified for WOTC, not qualified, 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 qualified. So you can make super educated hiring decisions before you even talk to the candidate. It allows you to seamlessly run background checks if that's important to your business. So we have integration with a system called Checker, and Checker is super easy to use and it's very affordable. For some reason it's not showing up, but it's the ability to run checks for as little as $29 all the way up to $79. You can also include motor vehicle record checks, so you can see their driver's license history, all that good stuff. AI Recruiter translates your job description into Spanish if you need. There's no long-term contracts. You can cancel your pause your account anytime with a 30-day notice, and then you're getting unlimited support. And we're talking about live one-on-one screen share calls, phone calls, email support, whatever you need, we're here for you. Because the bottom line is this system is based on the nitty-gritty real-life recruiting results from an expert recruiter who's been in the trenches for years with small business owners. So I've been there and done it. I know what it takes to recruit high-quality people, and now we're automating 95% of the process, and this is a game changer. We're also giving you 5 free bonuses, which includes a digital employee survey so that you can know what your people are thinking, good or bad. And then you're also going to get a guide on how to research the competition, because as basic as that sounds, it can get very convoluted and confusing, and we've simplified it with a very streamlined process. We're going to give you a phone interview worksheet so that we can modify it based on the questions that are important to you, and with the whole goal of using your time wisely. If you decide to do phone interviews, you want to make sure that you have a standardized process, because it's really easy for conversations to get off the track, so to speak. And the same thing for in-person interviews. We're going to give you a worksheet that is customized to you so that you can make sure that you're using your time as wisely as possible. And then last but not least, you're getting a secret recruiting recon hack, which is an absolute game changer for landing the really high value candidates. Those candidates that you're like, man, this person is a franchise player. And when there's no room for error, you have to take the extra step. And this right here, this recruiting recon hack, is that extra step that we've learned over the years after making mistakes, right? Like, we've learned from our mistakes and then documented what we did to make it better, and now we're sharing that with you. So total system value, I mean, we are talking about replacing an expert human recruiter. And if you know anything about trying to find help getting employees, it's not cheap. So we're talking about at least an $85,000 value with that alone, and that's definitely on the low end. We're providing you a digital onboarding program, which is at least a $2,500 value. We're giving you the power to find high quality employees on demand. Priceless. I mean, literally, if you've been in business for any length of time, you already know this is not normal. You've probably never seen an offer like this. And I've been to the back of the internet and back, so to speak, looking for my competition, and there's nothing like it. So what this is also doing is giving you the luxury to fire bad employees, which, again, priceless. The WOTC integration, which the system pays for itself nearly 3 times over with just one fully qualified veteran. And then we're giving you a bunch of free bonuses, which is at least $1,100 value. So total system value, you're looking at least $98,200. Okay, and obviously we're not going to be charging that much, but realistically we could, and maybe one day we will with inflation, but not right now. So the price for this thing right now, you can get it for $3,500 for one payment, or 2 payments of $1,997 if that helps you out. So obviously super affordable. We've tried to make this thing an absolute no-brainer. We want to help. Our goal for 2024 is to help 1,000 business owners take their company to the next level. So hopefully that's going to be one of those business owners is going to be you. So what else do you need to know? So not included in this purchase price is the monthly software subscription of $230. Yes, just $230 a month. That's it. You will be billed separately for that, and that doesn't start until you say go. So essentially what happens is you make your purchase, you send us the payment, we build out the system, and then push pause. So as soon as you're ready, your system is ready to rock. We turn it on, make sure you know how to use it, and you're off to the races. So also not included in this price is if you choose to sponsor job posts, which we have done in the past before under the system, and it just makes the system work better. But it's not necessary. We've filled 4 different locations without sponsoring job posts, because the biggest difference with this is you're not missing out on those motivated applicants. There's people who are filling out applications that want to go to work tomorrow. And if you're not able to respond to them, and if you're not able to review their application and have the phone interview and the whole process, they're going to go with somebody who will. And like I said before, there are people, when they're applying for your job, they're applying for probably like at least 5, if not 10 other jobs. So the competition is fierce. And so this system allows you to be at the front of the pack, and allows that highly qualified applicant that you do not want to miss out on, allows them to schedule an interview right away. And you're going to have all their information without having to review anything. If you want to do background checks, that's also not something that's part of that cost, because there's a variety of different things you can choose for a background check. So, and again, $29 to $79 per check. And if you want to do MBRs, there's another $10 cost on top of that. But either way, it's still very affordable. Like we said before, there's no long-term contracts. Pause or cancel your account anytime after the first 3 months with a 30-day notice. Additional locations, you can create those DIY, or we can help you for a one-time charge of just $500. The new locations will also require a monthly software subscription cost of $230. So again, not a big deal. And additional job descriptions wanted after the initial account setup can be created DIY. You can totally do that yourself. We're going to show you how. But for some reason, if you don't want to do it yourself and use the AI job creation technology, we can do it for you for just a one-time charge of $500. So that literally is everything that I think you should want. You need to know. We've put this in place for other businesses, and if there's anything that I didn't cover, don't be afraid to use my calendar right here. Schedule a call. As you can see right now, it's the very end of 2023. So we're looking to start 2024 with a bang, and hopefully you're going to be one of those 1,000 people that we help in 2024. And look forward to learning more about you, more about your business, and helping you get to the next level. So That's it for now. Hope this video was helpful. Have a great new year, and we'll talk to you soon.